Alrighty, today we're back out here in the garage because there ain't nothing else to do because nobody's open. So far I got new calipers on, new flex hose, and I went ahead and, I don't know if you can see up in there, but I went ahead and ran all new front brake lines at least. Let's see. Yeah, so that one runs down and right there and gets in, plugs in. I cannot bleed them yet because I'm waiting on, there's a little tool that you put in these combination valves right there where this plug goes in. You take that plug out and you screw this little tool in, and that keeps that piston inside there centered, because if you lose pressure on one side or the other, you're going to trip it, and it's going to, there's a plunger in there that'll go to one side or the other, and you won't be able to get it reset. Well, you will, but it'll be really difficult to get it to reset. These combination valves, they do have right here, if that pin gets pushed out, you can supposedly push it back to kick the plunger back that way. And another thing on these combination valves, little tip that I've learned for anybody who's doing it, well, really anything brake related, period. So leave all your lines loose. Leave them all loose before you button everything up. Like, for instance, don't try to get your master cylinder lines tightened up and on there and then try to manipulate and force them into anything else. So what I actually did was I took this combination valve completely off from the bracket, and I went ahead and got all my lines connected to it so I could, it had all kinds of play. I mean, I could maneuver it every which way I wanted to line it up with the flared nuts. Okay, so just keep that in mind if you ever go to do any kind of brake work. Leave everything loose, and then lines you can always manipulate after you get them threaded into where you're going to thread them. You're trying to bend and line them up and do that with just the line, you're going to end up kinking it, you're going to end up breaking something, or you're going to maul up your threads pretty good. So just FYI. Anywho, on to other stuff. While we're here, so I put a new mechanical fuel pump on here, right down there, and I've always heard, Thunderhead 289, he preaches about pressure regulators on mechanical fuel pumps and allowing them to run better with one on there. So I'm going to go ahead and try that out. I've got this this pressure gauge here plumbed into a hard line there, so I need to put a filter on, and I want to see just what my pressure is. You're supposed to be about 5 to 6. 5 is ideal, 6 is okay. Anything higher than that on an Edelbrock, you're really pushing your limits. So I'm going to check it out, and if I need to, I'll figure out a way to kind of plumb in a regulator somewhere and maybe stick my fuel filter in line down there somewhere or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep y'all updated on that. I had bought new seal plates for both sides. Those are shiny. They look really good. I love them. I love them. I did buy a new plate to go over the shift area in the console because I just didn't want to do the trashy one, man. All that stuff's brand new. I want to make it look good. I got a new headliner coming. That'll be here next week. Visors will be here next week as well. I've got to get a dome light kit, and I'm just kind of test fitting some of this stuff back here right now. Package tray and stuff. Just kind of test fitting all that for the time being. I still got to clean my seats. I started working on my back seat area a little bit here. There's obviously some rust issues going on that I will eventually have to address. Right now I'm going to do my best just to clean it up a little bit. But you know, right now recovering is not in the plan. It's not in the budget. So these seats are super easy to take in and out of this car. So I'm gonna go ahead and just clean them up the best I can right now. And I got a few, you know, these places here where the sun got to it is pretty bad, man. They're sun faded and really dry. So I'll do my best to maybe do a little restore. You can hear it, listen to that. So we'll see. I mean, see how it turns out. It's got some issues, but I am going to eventually recover it. You know, don't worry. I'm going to do that, just not right now. Right now, I'm just trying to get it cleaned up enough to put it back in the car so I can get my back area done over here. So I want to get the 2 lower seats, which I know they have rust on them too. And I want to get the package tray in, get the back seat area taken care of. I can get back into it later down the road and just recover the seats like I want to. Right now, the money needs to be spent in other places of the car that are more critical. So, you know, I've got just a certain budget on this thing for right now that I'm trying to adhere to. So I'm doing the best I can with the limited skill level and limited resources that I have. You know, people might be asking yourself, well, why don't you just take care of it one time and be done with it? Well, it's my car, for one. I'm ready to drive it, for two. It's never going to be a perfect car, 3, because I didn't buy it for that. I bought it to enjoy. I bought it to, I mean, this thing, man, it's going to get rocks and all kinds of crap slung up underneath there because I'm going to be driving it all the time. So I didn't buy this to park it in the garage and just stare at it. But all this stuff down here, this surface rust on the frame, subframe, I'm going to clean all that up when I pull the motor, because I'm going to pull the subframe with the motor, do bushings, and you know, I'm going to do the full 9 yards, just not right now. Right now I need to get it mechanical, running, driving, stopping, because that's my goal right now. My goal is, you know, I want to drive it right now. So that's what we're shooting for. I've also went ahead and taken care of, here they are, put new felts on these window guides. In there's another one right down in there. You can barely see it right there. You got to take the front track out to get that one. But I went ahead and did it on the passenger side, and I'm gonna start getting at least the lower part of the weather stripping for the door put on. Get that lower part done, and get the door side of the window sweeps put on. But I wasn't exactly planning on going to this level anyways. I was just going to replace the dashboard and clean it up a little bit. And when I started getting into it and pulling the, you know, carpet back and stuff like that, I just found more rust than I was comfortable with. So, you know, that kind of led me down a rabbit hole, so to speak. And now I'm trying to get back to the other side of it. So we'll get there. if I can get it to a running and driving project, man, that'll just be aces for me. I'll just be happier than crap with that. I would love to be able to just be scooting on down the road in this thing and you know, just work on it as I need to, little pieces here and there. That'd be great. So that's the objective. Hopefully we can get there. One thing about the package tray, I did go with the cheapo, just $20 package tray. It was only $19.99. It's literally just painted cardboard. So we'll see how long it lasts. I'm assuming the sun will probably warp it immediately, but I didn't want to spend the money for the more expensive one that's got the little speaker hole cutouts, because I don't have any speakers yet, and I don't know what I'm going to do about a radio yet. That's way down the road. You can see my radio is absent. I've got it up on the shelf over there. I did put, I don't know if you can see in there, but I did put the center speakers back in the dash. When I had the dash out, I bought new center speakers, which I've got the wires run down just so I can hook them up whenever. You can see those red wires right there. So whenever I do decide on a radio or whatever, then I'll deal with that when the time comes. Hope everybody's staying healthy and doing your social distancing like we should be. Be mindful of your surroundings. That's all I can say. Times are rough out there right now, so let's all continue to be safe so we can keep on doing our projects and having fun with them. Anyhow, until next time.